people. And now I've kind of, over the years, you just kind of reflect on what those...
Tom Cruise has lived one of the biggest lives in Hollywood. Hit movies, global fame, endless awards, red carpets, and 3 high-profile marriages made his life feel larger than fiction. From Mimi Rogers to Nicole Kidman to Katie Holmes, his love life was always under a microscope. But the most important role in his life was never on screen. It was being a father to Suri Cruise. For years, fans questioned what really happened between Tom and his youngest child. The silence felt louder than any statement. Now, at 19, Suri has made a quiet but powerful move that shocked people around the world and forced one painful question into the open. What really happened between father and daughter, and why does it feel final? Thomas Cruise Mapother IV was born on July 3, 1962, and rose from a difficult childhood into one of the most recognizable faces in cinema. He entered Hollywood in the early 1980s and quickly stood out for his intensity and charm. His breakout came with Risky Business in 1983, and then Top Gun in 1986, turning him into a global heartthrob. Roles kept getting bigger and more serious. Films like The Color of Money, Rain Man, and Born on the 4th of July showed his range. Playing Ron Kovic earned him a Golden Globe and his first Oscar nomination. In the 1990s, Tom Cruise dominated the box office with A Few Good Men, The Firm, Interview with the Vampire, and Jerry Maguire. Magnolia brought another Golden Globe and another Oscar nomination. He became one of the most bankable stars in history. The new century only expanded his power. Mission Impossible turned him into a defining action star, with 8 films spanning nearly 3 decades. He became famous for doing his own dangerous stunts. Minority Report, War of the Worlds, Edge of Tomorrow, and Top Gun: Maverick kept his career at the top. His films earned more than $13.3 billion worldwide. He set records with 7 consecutive films crossing $100 million. Honors followed everywhere: an honorary Oscar, international film awards, the U.S. Navy's highest civilian honor, and lifetime recognition from major institutions. Yet while his professional life looked unstoppable, the most painful story of his life was unfolding quietly at home. Tom's personal life was never simple. He married actress Mimi Rogers in 1987 after meeting her through Scientology, the belief system that would later define much of his private world. Their marriage lasted less than 3 years. After the divorce, Mimi made comments in a Playboy interview that created enormous backlash, later walking them back under pressure. Around this time, Tom's involvement with Scientology deepened. By the early 1990s, he publicly credited the church with helping him overcome dyslexia and became one of its most visible supporters. His relationship with church leadership grew extremely close, shaping not only his beliefs, but also his relationships. In 1990, while filming Days of Thunder, Tom met Nicole Kidman. They married later that year and adopted 2 children, Isabella and Connor. For a decade, they were Hollywood royalty. But behind the scenes, cracks were forming. In 2001, Tom filed for divorce. Nicole later spoke about being emotionally unprepared and about deeply personal experiences that had been misreported. Former Scientology executives later claimed the church played a role in the breakdown, allegations strongly denied by Tom and the church. The marriage ended, and questions about influence and control only grew louder. After the divorce, Tom dated Penelope Cruz for several years. Later reports claimed Scientology leaders tried to orchestrate new relationships for him, including highly controversial allegations involving auditions for a girlfriend. These claims were denied fiercely, but they left a shadow that never fully disappeared. By the mid-2000s, Tom's love life once again exploded into public view with a whirlwind romance that seemed unstoppable. In 2005, Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes became Hollywood's most talked-about couple. Their relationship moved at lightning speed. Public affection, red carpets, and the unforgettable Oprah couch moment made them impossible to ignore. Within a year, Katie gave birth to their daughter, Suri, in April 2006. The world watched as Tom proudly showed her off, calling fatherhood the role he always wanted. Vanity Fair covers, interviews, and public appearances painted the picture of a perfect family. Later that year, Tom and Katie married in a lavish ceremony in Italy, surrounded by celebrities and global attention. But behind the glamour, tension was building. In June 2012, Katie Holmes filed for divorce without warning. Tom was blindsided while filming overseas. The divorce was finalized in just 11 days. Katie received primary custody of Suri. Tom was granted visitation. Rumors immediately surfaced that Katie had left to protect her daughter from Scientology. Tom denied this publicly, insisting there was no need to protect Suri from his religion. Still, the silence that followed spoke volumes. After the divorce, Suri disappeared from her father's public life. Reports claimed Tom rarely saw her. By 2016, tabloids stated he had not seen or spoken to Suri in years. Meanwhile, Katie Holmes quietly rebuilt life in New York, determined to give her daughter privacy. Suri grew up away from cameras, schools, red carpets, and Hollywood influence. Katie spoke openly about protecting her child, calling Suri her heart, and emphasizing how important it was to give her a normal life. Scientology remained at the center of speculation. Former members described policies of disconnection and emotional separation. While Tom's older children remained connected to the church and were seen with him publicly, Suri was completely removed from that world. Financially, Tom met all legal obligations, paying hundreds of thousands annually and covering education and healthcare. But emotionally, the relationship appeared absent. As Suri reached adulthood, she made a decision that stunned many. In 2024, Suri stopped using the last name Cruise. Instead, she began using Suri Noel, taking her mother's middle name. The change appeared on school programs, graduation materials, and theater credits. Insiders said the choice was deeply personal, a quiet tribute to the parent who raised her. Around the same time, Tom was photographed celebrating at concerts and premieres, while Suri marked milestones like graduation without him. The contrast became impossible to ignore. In 2025, when asked about Father's Day at a movie premiere, Tom spoke only about adventure and making movies. He never mentioned his children. Fans noticed immediately. By then, Suri was attending college, riding subways, living quietly, choosing anonymity over fame. When rumors surfaced about trust funds and wealth, Katie Holmes shut them down publicly, defending her daughter and demanding privacy. Suri's choices send a clear message without a single interview. She has chosen distance, independence, and a life shaped by stability rather than celebrity. Whether reconciliation will ever happen remains unknown. What is clear is that while Tom Cruise continues to live a life of spectacle, his daughter has chosen something entirely different. And sometimes, silence says more than any headline ever could.